everybody! I know it's been a super long time since I posted a video. I think the last one was like January or something like that, maybe. I apologize about the noise on this video. We are working on remodeling some of our house, so there's some banging going on because my dad's doing that. And also, I'm not wearing makeup because I'm going on week 3 of quarantine here, week 4 maybe. I don't really know. I haven't worn makeup since it started, and I wasn't going to start now because my skin is starting to clear up, so it's doing pretty good. I don't have any acquisitions for the past couple months because of the whole quarantine thing. There's not really a way you can acquire new books without actually going out to the stores, and none of the book festivals can be held anymore, so it's not very exciting. But I decided right now might be some cool time to showcase some of the books that don't belong to me personally but are still in my house. So it actually happened remodeling yesterday. I came across these books on our bookshelves as I was packing them up because there's a certain way to pack books without breaking spines. Always make sure you Google it before you pack them up because you never want to break a book. So I decided to keep these out because they are in such nice condition, and it is April showers, so I really do not want any moisture getting into the binding on these books as they are really old, and I don't want to ruin the bindings on them. So there's only 4 today. It's going to be a really short video, and yeah, let's get started. So the first one, I actually have no idea what year this is from. Judging by the binding and the sewing in the binding and the glue, I'm going to say probably 70s, maybe an 80s. But this was part of, it's my mom's favorite dictionary. Actually, I think it's older than that. It might be 50s, judging by the typeface. But anyway, it has a little very handy-dandy hair tie that keeps the binding together because you can't really see it, but the binding is completely broken. This is the actual size of the book. Very exciting, tiny. It is a English to German, German to English midget series dictionary. And yeah, my whole family is German, and most of us speak German, so there's a lot of German books in our house. This one, I'm not entirely sure where it came from, but I do know my mom used it, and I believe my great-grandfather used it as well. So this whole set of books is going to be in German because this is what we have. This one is a German Elementary Series 2 reader. So it was basically for those learning German and children. The Series 1 was on Germans that came to the United States and made a really big impact here. And this one is part of the second series, which is on Germans that made a really big impact on the world. Obviously, you can tell this one is on Beethoven, who is one of my mom's favorite composers, and we are a very big musical family as well. So, Beethoven. It looks like my mom got this for $25 or 25 cents, excuse me. That is her handwriting. But interestingly enough, it came from Wayne State University. And, yeah, this one has, Schweitzer, Mann, Haydn, Beethoven, and Steinmetz. Mozart is not until, the New German series, interestingly enough. But this is from 1959. The preface is in English, and it's got some beautiful pictures of busts, and it has some great illustrations too in the story. It's just a little children's book. I unfortunately cannot read it because I do not speak German. I am one of the very few members of my family that does not speak German. So that makes it very fun. This one is a brief course in German, and if you can tell by the symbols on it, it was printed before World War II. So, you know, there were Nazis. This was actually printed in Chicago by D.C. Heath and Company, and it is a brief course in German. So, it was printed in 1937. So, yeah, it is all grammar, and you can tell by the way the table of contents is set up and what font it is in that it is in fact from the 30s. But not a lot of people would know that. Looking at this book, there is a ton of water damage. It looks like it got dipped. This is generations old. This is my great-grandfather's book. But my favorite part about it is his notes. They are just absolutely, his handwriting was amazing. They are gorgeous. And he's got notes on pronunciations and, yeah, I used to be able to speak German, so I would have been able to tell you what half of this stuff meant, but I can't. So, unfortunately, I lost all of that, but I love this book. It is beautiful, and I love the little German eagle on there. So that's very exciting. Has like extensive water damage on the cover too. You can't really see it in this light, but it is terrible. And then lastly for our book, as I said, this is very short because we don't have a lot of material in my house right now. So this one is German Grammar by Fraser and Vander Smissen. You can't really see the title on either side. This, I believe, was the copy that was issued for wartime learning for German. I'm not sure, but it is very neat because, yet again, there are his notes in here. And this is my great-grandfather, not my grandfather. And he stamped it everywhere. Literally everywhere. Even on the... You can't really read it anymore, and he did it upside down. But you know what? I'm not going to fault him on that because that's pretty cool. He does not have a lot of water damage in here, but there is discoloration and evidence of other, maybe, I don't think that's mold. It looks more like he spilled coffee or something of the sort. There is a little bit of evidence of molding on this book. Although it is in much better condition than the other books that I have introduced from my family, probably because it's been sitting in our climate-controlled house. And also before that, it was in my Oma's grandma in German. It was my Oma's, because this was her father. So, they've been sitting in a climate-controlled house for a very long time. Before that, they may have been in an attic, which would explain a lot of this. And before that, they were in Kentucky. So, you never really know. And these are just some of my family's treasures. Normally, I would be wearing gloves to help handle those books, but as we all know, there is a bit of a glove shortage at the moment, and I cannot spare any at the moment to keep the books safe from my oils on my hands. So what I simply do is wash them really good, put on some hand sanitizer, has alcohol in it so it dries up the oils on your hands. If not, wipe them down with an alcohol pad. Totally works. And try not to touch your face or anything else right before you touch the books. That's the best advice I can give you in a time of crisis. I hope everybody is doing very well out there and that everything is going swimmingly. I know working from home can make everybody go stir crazy. I myself am going stir crazy, part of the reason I made this video. But yeah, let me know what else you guys would like to see, and I promise I will get videos up to date as soon as I get more books. Bye!